Dead Burn, the latest release from the Evil Dead franchise. It's got the same crew behind it, so Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi, and it's got Lee Cronin is involved as well in the latest version. So this edition, Evil Dead Burn, shows us, it's got a new director, beg your pardon, who's looks like he's got a Russian name. I won't say it, but I will put his name up on the screen because I don't want to embarrass myself and insult the poor man for not being able to pronounce his name. So I will put his name up there because I want to give him the recognition for this film, because his goal was to create something different, something more intense, more violent, and more creative in the way that this film is made, and I think he certainly achieved that. Okay, the story very simply is about a family who, after a death retire to what was their former house to remember the son who has just died. It's while here that the film really kicks off. After that, there's a reference to Grandad who is long gone, had a thing for the occult, and he was out looking into all the different occults. The classic reference of the Book of the Dead, which features in every Evil Dead movie. And what happens then is a member of the family, we won't say who, recites certain parts of it, causing the inevitable. So the demons start coming out and possessing the family, and each time it happens, it's chaos. It's blood and guts and everything. And if you're a dog lover, you might want to miss a certain part of this film. However, Max, that's the name of the dog, he's around still, believe it or not. Anyway, so once this starts to happen, all sorts of chaos goes on, and everybody's had to kill everybody else once they become possessed, and it's chaos, absolute chaos for that final hour, and it's blood and guts and violence like you'd never seen. A couple of things that I enjoyed about it is that it's full on, like it's intense. It's tiring almost to watch it. It's just so much of it. There's that. The other thing I quite liked is you focus on the character front of shot when there's things going on in the background, which is also interesting because that doesn't often happen, or you don't often notice what's going on in the background. But there's some fighting, for instance, going on in the background of certain people. When the foreground is about someone trying to escape a room, there's still fighting going on in the background, and you can clearly see what's going on, which I thought that was quite interesting. That happens 2 or 3 times, and not always the case in these films. So I like that. The bits, well, there's nothing I didn't like per se. There's just a lot of it. So if you're not into these Evil Dead movies, you might feel a bit overwhelmed, I think, by the violence and the aggression and the constant aggro that comes through on the screen. It's really intense. So again, though, if you are familiar with Evil Dead movies, you'll probably enjoy it because it's better, it looks better. The deaths and special effects are all very intense and very good. Well, look very realistic, which is make you cringe a bit at times. But there are a couple of scenes where you know what's going to happen, and it happens. What can I say? But ultimately, it's a strange film overall, with a very simple plot. Who's going to survive, basically? With the fact that you don't know any of the actors, although there are a couple of Kiwi ones in it. Nice one for Kiwis. We will never know quite who's going to survive and who's the strongest character. You get an idea, but it's not clear because there are no big stars in this film. So I think the money saved was on the cast, although there's nothing wrong with the cast, don't get me wrong. But I think, and the money was spent on the special effects, really, and wrecking the house. But yeah, on the whole, it's more than a normal Evil Dead movie. It's more gruesome, it's more gory, it looks better, it looks more well done, it's a bit classier, if you could say that on a horror film, but it's more of the same to a degree. Like it's a basic framework that is the same. Is it good? Yes, I'd say it was better than the average for sure. and because of the way it's made, and the intention has been achieved of making just more of it and making it more intense and blah blah blah, which it certainly is. So would I recommend you go and see this? If you're a big fan of Evil Dead, absolutely. I think you'll get a real kick out of it, and I think you'll really enjoy it. If you've not seen an Evil Dead film before, you might find it a little bit too much, unless you're really used to some nasty horror films. But if you've, I would see another one of the other Evil Dead films first. If you've never seen an Evil Dead movie before, going to see this one, just to give you an idea of what you're going to see. That's all. But on the whole, I think it's like I say, better than average. It's a pretty good film. It's already going to spawn another movie in 2008, Evil Dead Wrath. So 2028, sorry. So yeah, look out for that one. And that's it. That's our reviews. So if you'd like it, you'd like to subscribe, click away, and ring that bell, and join in on our Paul's World of Movies page, where you see us on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. And just to finish off, the thing is, support your local cinema, and as always, I will see you at the movies.